What was that movie? Hello everyone, I just watched FNAF 2. At the time of this recording, it is Thursday afternoon. Don't worry, I'm just gonna keep this first minute or two, and everything is just non-spoiler section, and then everything after that, you can save for later, save this video for later, because it's important. Save this video for later, come back when you're done watching the movie, have fun, enjoy, have a great weekend, and yeah, enjoy. So basically, what my spoiler-free thoughts is, I will say this in 2 words. Cheesy as freak, because it's as cheesy or arguably more cheesier than the first movie, and awesome. Kind of awesome. So it's kind of awesome. The movie is very faithful to the source material, very much so. There's a lot of Leonardo DiCaprio memes. There are surprises in this movie, do not worry. Like, my sister and I literally did this to each other. Like how we did in Deadpool 3. Like, we watched Deadpool 3, my sister was like, tuck, 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 tuck. I understood the reference. All the sequences of horror, was great. And obviously, as everybody else says, the movie is technically scarier than the first one. I will say, yes, all the jump scares did get me. My sister was fearing for her life. But yeah, she literally said on the ride home, she's like, oh my god, I forgot FNAF 4 is the thing. I am not watching it in the theater. Fair enough. Fair enough. I won't blame you. However, I will do. I'll watch it in the theater because it's FNAF. But it's one of those movies this is one of those movies where I'm very curious to how people are going to think. I thought FNAF 2 was just going to be like, oh, everyone's going to be hyped. It's not just that. It's not just that, actually. It's actually really interesting, and I'll get to that. But with all that being said, again, save this for later, and come back when you're done watching a movie. Have a great time. Hope you have a great time. 3, 2, 1. Pat, what the frick was that? Let's start with okay, I know there's going to be 2 or 3 big things that probably the weakest points in the movie. Weakest points in the movie? Aside from the cheesiness. We'll take the cheesiness out, okay? It's going to be non-stop cheesy dialogue, whatever. Move on, okay? There are 3 things that I know people are going to criticize. Very much so. But 2 of them is going to be outright outrage. Or maybe, unless the version we got was a different version. So like in Spider-Verse 2, when in different theaters, they had changed different scenes or different editing things or whatever. Maybe this is the same thing, I don't know. Maybe there's a glitch, I don't know. Number 1, the biggest thing. Pat's voice. What the freak happened? And we were listening, we were like, wait, what? And I already had a million theories in my head, okay? Either number 1, we got the wrong version. Number 2, Pat was trolling us, which I don't know why we would do that. Number 3, they changed their mind and they're saving it for a different movie. Or 4, that was just Stephanie, his wife. Which could be just Stephanie easily. Or 5, they just edited his voice so weirdly. Or 6, for some reason, Pat decided to go all female voice on this one. Which in that case, you're gonna... That might ruin a lot of people's experiences. I don't want to say, like, I didn't hate it. I'm just like, I wonder what people are going to think about it. And I'm very concerned how people are going to react to it. And be like, wait a minute, what? And like, his credits are in the movie. So I'm like, So I'm like, wait a minute. This makes no sense. So I'm just going to wait till what everybody feels about it and how Pat reacts or responds to it. Unless there was a mistake, I don't know. Because he was at the premieres, the interviews, everything. So I'm like, there's got to be some reason. Maybe I'm overreaching. Maybe he just did a very high-pitched voice, which in that case, you should have at least warned us, Pat. You should have at least warned us, like, hey, it's not going to sound like me. So the hype would be less scary. So, yeah. The second thing, and I know people are going to be very mad at, but I know they're either saving it for the 3rd movie, or y'all going to complain about it so loud, they're like, oh, I forgot, we'll put it in the 3rd movie. In that case, it is the Scream duo. Like, because we finally got the return of the Scream duo, Billy and Stu, but they're not on the same screen together? They're not in the same scene together? Like, where is that? So I'm assuming they're just gonna be like, okay, in the 3rd movie, there's a flashback between those 2, or, which would be even better for the fangirls, like a younger, de-aged version of them together, flashback, or maybe there's like them confrontation, which because of the ending of the credits, if you guys have missed the whole thing, there's an end credit scene and an end audio scene, which is so FNAF and so different. I love it. Which I'll get to later. Because I literally was like walking down to the theater, my sister, because, by the way, when we were in the theater, there was almost nobody there. There was like, a couple people there. There was nobody there. But that's because it's afternoon screening on a Thursday. So, I'm sorry if I talk too fast. So, just warning, I talk too fast. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to keep it as slow as possible because I just got back from the theater. So, basically, Billy and Stu, it will be saved for the next movie, whether by fan rage or not. Unless we got the wrong version, which in that case, I don't know. Finally, the 3rd thing that people might criticize fairly, but it's nothing crazy, it's the ending. The ending of the movie felt like the cliffhanger was very sudden to me. I didn't hate it, but it was like, I get why they did it, but I'm like, huh, It was very sudden, which I feel like would throw people off, especially when finding out that MatPat doesn't sound the way people expect him to sound. So I'm just like, I feel like that might turn a lot of people, not off, but be like very weirded out. And that's it. That's all the criticisms I have of this movie, or the things that I'm worried people might criticize or talk about. On to everything else, which is fantastic. Well, everything else is fantastic. With all that being said, everything else is great. Okay, all the fan service moments, aside from MatPat, were fantastic. First of all, I literally, when the first scene played, when I hear the guy, when you can't see his face, and everyone's like, welcome back, and I'm like, that cannot be Markiplier, I swear, and it's not Mark. I'm surprised it wasn't Mark. He could be in the third movie, definitely. He definitely in the third movie. Speaking of cameos, the Chosen has returned. The Chosen came back. Again, and as much as I'm weirded out about the whole MatPat thing, I'm so glad they kept Corey around, and I'm so glad he's not dead, because I really hope they keep him around, because I did a whole video of I want MatPat, Corey, I want Ness, MatPat, Corey, and Mark in the same scene in a FNAF movie, which I would love. Again, like last time, Corey's delivery is perfect. Perfect! Whatever the Homelander meme is, back to the list, minute detail. It's as perfect as the last one, or even more better, surprisingly. And I hope he does more in the future. That'll be awesome. And he works a different job with Ness. And funny enough, he was the only YouTube reference that I've noticed, unless I've missed things, because, you know, FNAF lore. Also, Chica's voice when Mega Fox, once I heard Mega Fox's first voice line, I'm like, yep, you got her. You got her. Let's talk about Henry, aka Billy, from Scream. Despite what I said about there being him and Stu not in the same room together, I love him in this movie. He was pretty great. He was really great. Again, he's cheesy, but so is everybody. I will say, there's some shades in this movie where I feel like it's the modern day version of Scream. I think you get it if you get it. I don't know how to explain it, but, you know, you see shades of it. For example, there are cast members that die in their first few minutes of screen time. That's literally what happens. Like, McKenna Grace, yeah, she died immediately. Which, by the way, the surprises were crazy. Okay, first of all the Easter eggs references were great. I enjoyed them. The fan service moments that I didn't expect, when like freaking the animatronics came back to fight the other animatronics, or fight. It was. I knew the fans were gonna go crazy. If the MatPat thing wasn't a problem. However, every other fan thing worked incredibly well. The Mask, Balloon Boy, Mangle. Everybody was great. The teasers, oh my god, the teasing they did for the third movie was crazy, regardless how we feel about the ending. Circus Baby was a surprise, honestly. Like, and I want to say this, on the road to this movie, I was like, I gotta watch FNAF 1, I gotta rewatch the movie, and I didn't. And that's kind of a good thing, because at least it gives me more surprises of it was more of a surprise to me when the surprises happen, which is awesome. Oh yeah, the fact that they did the whole, like Charlotte become like a whole, you could possess bodies kind of thing. That was crazy. I did not expect that, and I knew people were gonna be like, "Oh my god, not the book, not the book, not the Charlie thing." Obviously, it's not the same as the Charlie thing in the book, but it'd be funny if it was. Obviously, the animatronics, especially, like, I noticed this. I vocally said it, well, not vocally, but I said it in my head, out like very loud in my head. The motion of the marionette coming out of the box, like very slowly, I'm like, that is beautiful. That is majestic. Like, this movie is majestic of fan-looking things. I love that. Oh, by the way, the other guy, funny enough, so you know how the crappy dude, the crappy teacher, robotics teacher, I was like, oh, okay, he was crappy. And then literally when the first science fair scene happened, I'm looking at him from like, wait a minute, why is he familiar? And then I'm like, oh, it's the dude who always dies in the 90s movies. The guy from Jurassic Park. The other dude, like, I forgot what the movie he's been in, but, like, yeah, he's the guy who dies in a horror movie. Like, that way, I love that reference. That is crazy. I know people are gonna have a kick out of that. By the way, Vanessa was bad in this movie. Not gonna lie. When I saw her in the dinner scene with Mike, I'm like, people are gonna have a grand old time with you, lady, because, ooh, looking good. Not gonna lie. Which, by the way, speaking of her and Mike. Speaking of Mike! Now, if they go to movie lore and have Josh Hutcherson, I don't know. Oh yeah, the whole freaking Michael, the other Michael, literally showed up, and I'm like, what the heck? What? That threw me off. That threw me off so hard. I'm like, wait. Random? That is random, bro. That was crazy. Look, if MatPat wasn't supposed to be Toy Bonnie, you could have made him Michael. You couldn't make him the other Michael, but okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, it's funny how, like, Mike at the end, again, cheesy as always, like, don't, I'm gonna trust you. Even though we solved the problem, I'm not gonna trust you anymore. You should have elaborated more, Mike, but whatever. But the thing is that, like, I feel like everyone's gonna say the main reason why he left Vanessa, not because he doesn't trust her, it's because, wait, your brother's name is Mike? Oh? Nope. The funny thing about it is that the ending, made it very weird. Like, it will excite a lot, made a lot of people excited for the third one, especially for the post-credit scene. However, I feel like people are gonna be like worried, like, wait, how are these things gonna play out? For two reasons. The actual post-credit scene is with William Afton, like, hey, we're gonna do that. And then literally the dudes from FNAF 3 be like, hey, bro, we're gonna make the attraction. And then obviously William Afton is there, and he's just dead, laying there, like Stephen Hawking. And I'm like, whoa. And thankfully, he didn't do a generic jump scare. Or he didn't, or I'm actually surprised they're saving the I will always come back line. And I'm glad they did, because when he said it in the first movie, I'm like, that is too forced. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I understand why they did it, but like, it was too forced. They should have saved it for the third movie. And thankfully, they're doing it. They saved it. They didn't say it in this one. They're saving it for the next one. We were leaving the theater because I was searching, wait, is there one post-credit scene? There's one post-credit scene. And then as they were leaving, I'm like, okay, I'm slowly leaving because the credits were still rolling. Which I knew everyone's gonna freak out, which is not surprising, but like it's been so long, song is there, so yay. When I first hear the words, I'm like, first hear someone speaking, I'm like, hello? And then I was starting to hear more of,
There are things you need to be aware of. I was William Afton's business partner for many years. Although the equipment I have left over from that time is outdated, I can still track some of the animatronics. Mike, get out as fast as you can. She's coming for you.
and then I did that one meme. And I was like, oh. Which, the more I think about it, and yeah, they are saving the flashback, you know, because they're like, wait a minute, Billy and Stu is too good. We'll save it for the third movie. Which, I think I get why, if you're trying to tease people, be like, wait, why didn't you do this? And I'm like, we're saving it for the third movie. It's a slow build. I get it. It's a slow build. As long as he comes back for the third movie, we good. I really hope he doesn't die. And if he does, they better give that flashback scene. Because I know people are gonna be mad when they don't do the whole, like, Billy and Stu reunion. And that's why the same for the Mad Pat thing, where I'm like, wait a minute, everything is too good. Aside from the cheesy dialogue, everything is too good. Why are they fumbling or not miss opportunity on two of the biggest things? Again, I'm recording this on the day, like, oh, watch it. It's 5:06 p.m. right now. Yapping about FNAF 2. Like, I'm very curious to see how people get the movie, if it's the same version as we had, or if I'm just crazy, or how people are gonna feel about it, especially during the Mad Pass thing. I'm very concerned. But then again, I won't be surprised if people love it. I mean, you know, now we're waiting. Now the Balloon Boy showed up. We have to wait for the inevitable.
How unfortunate.
Oh, you know what I also thought earlier before I went to see the movie? I know this. I don't know how long these movies are going to last. Like, can you believe that Sonic and FNAF are gonna be the two most faithful arguably the most faithful adaptation live action franchises that are gonna grow and thrive? As long as Scott's around, we good, bro. The reason I say all that is because I don't know how many of these movies are they gonna do if they get to whatever. Let's say they get to Security Breach, and maybe that's the last movie, for example. I really want the last movie song. Again, a Living Tombstone song. This comes from inside. This has to be the final movie song, credit song, because I know it will make everybody cry. Because it is like, it will make everybody cry. Like, once they're done with the FNAF movies, I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, I should have expected it because it's an afternoon screening, but I'm kind of surprised that there was nobody there. I mean, again, I know night screenings are when all the fans will show up. However, there were only like a couple people, which is fine. You know, I'm here to watch the movie anyway, so I'm not mad at it. Over. Maybe next time FNAF 3. I hope I see the fans next time, and then I can hear all these people yapping or ruin the movie for me because there's a screaming. Now, Corey, if you show up, I'm going to be hyped with all the rest of the samurai. I'm like, rah! I am disappointed, but I'm not mad at it. Or like, there was no scene. Like, I really hope when Mike was leaving, I was like, hey, Mike, take this and give it to her. I'm like, join him, bro. I'm like, bro, in my head, I'm like, bro, join him. Like, both of them, you go together. And so, you could have solved this problem. That's a how should have ended video right there. It's like, Mike, you could have done the whole thing you said with Vanessa. Like, confront your demons. Confront it. Hey, dude, welcome back for another night. That's definitely going to happen. So, here's my question to you. FNAF movie's great, but is it absolute cinema? Hope you all enjoyed the movie. It was great, despite its questionable decisions. A couple of criticisms, I will say. The movie's great. So, yeah. See you in the next video.
Now I gotta pull up. Everybody dying, me included. I ain't going to jail.
That's gonna be great.